Well, big game coming up on the weekend. I guess how's everyone feeling at the moment?
Yeah, obviously prelim, really exciting to be back here. Spirits were actually really good today. Sun was out at training, so it was actually a good day out. And obviously try not to approach the week any differently to what we normally would, but obviously it's a final, so things change a little bit and anticipations are a bit higher. But I think as a team we're approaching it really well, and yeah, we look good out there today, so it's good start to the week.
How difficult is that to sort of remain process driven when you know it's a prelim final coming up?
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing is just stay in focus. At the end of the day, it is footy and we overcomplicate it a lot, and so the biggest thing is not diving in too deep. And obviously we come against Brisbane a fair few times in our history, so it's really good to be able to actually go back and look at that. And I think this week we've actually found a really good balance of not diving into them too much and still focusing on us and what we can bring to the game, because reality is we were so close and we played them in the minor round, so there's only realistically a few things we've got to change to hopefully to get up. So that's sort of been the focus for us in this week, is just improving on those 1%ers that we can really do.
Whenever you do come up against Brisbane, like I said, it's always so close. I think 7 points is the total difference within the last 3 games. I guess, what do you have to do? What are those things you need to change to, I guess, get on the other side of that win this time around?
I think the biggest one based off the last game is just being present from the moment the first bounce goes up. We definitely probably waited till about half time till we really put the pressure on, and I think for us the biggest thing is getting our pressure up and our tackles especially, because Brizzy have a really good rate of first possessions and stuff like that, so as long as we can out tackle them and then bring that pressure, I honestly think we'll do really well against them.
Do you look at many of those previous games, like Mon said, the last 3 games have been under a goal. Do you focus on that at all before this prelim final, or you just kind of forget and go in fresh?
I think a little bit. Obviously, we've had in our history a lot of close finishes, so this season especially we've put a lot of focus already just on what we're going to do if we're up by a few or down by a few in the last couple of minutes. So we've already been emphasising on that as a team collectively all season. So we haven't really had to focus on that too much. I think the intent is hopefully we're up by a couple of goals by half time, so we don't have to worry about that. But that's the plan at the moment. Yeah.
I guess knowing the history and the rivalry with Brisbane, does that make it an extra mental challenge as well heading into a prelim?
I think it has for us in the past. I think definitely even in the minor rounds we probably overdid thinking about them a little bit too much. But this week I feel like it has actually been a bit of a shift. Obviously there's a rivalry. It's really good. It's good for women's footy as well, and I know the fans get around it a lot more, so hopefully it brings a lot more viewers to it. But I think for us, the fact that it's just a final, it's a high tempo game. We probably had the same attitude going against Freo last week as we did Brizzy this week. It's a final. If we don't win, we're out. So we're probably focusing on that more than anything and trying not to delve too deep into it. I think once the game starts, it'll probably come out, but that's footy at the end of the day. Yeah.
Is there something that Doc or the group has done to change that around from last time, to not think about who the opponent is too much?
Honestly, I think it's actually been more of us as a collective. I know as leaders that we talked about, especially at the start of the week, what we wanted to change up this week, and the reality was we didn't really have to change too much, just really focus on us. I think that's probably the biggest switch we've done this week compared to last.
Obviously, the team has been here so often, I think it's 5 consecutive prelim finals. How does that change over time when you're approaching your first prelim finals as a group to now becoming such a regular occurrence?
Yeah, that's the thing. For me, obviously it's only my second season back at Crows, so it's only the second time coming actually back in the prelims, and it's one of those things I think as a culture at Crows, we breed that we're going to make finals and we're a finals team. So even for me coming back, I haven't played that many finals footy, but I feel like I've been a part of the ride the whole way along. So I think a lot of the girls and a lot of the older girls that have been here from the beginning, they sort of just bring you along for that ride. So it doesn't really feel like anything too big. Obviously, anthem at the start of the game and intentions are a bit higher, but at the end of the day, it's still footy, and I think that's the attitude we bring to it, and all the girls usually bring that attitude, and that's why we show up and play pressure footy.
You've mentioned it before that you want to chase that flag, so you have to catch up to the 3 that your sister has. So do you feel like one's brewing here, that you're just on the verge of finally adding to that trophy to the show?
Yeah, definitely. Honestly, we've got a really solid group, and if you even look at our list, we've got so many talented girls that still aren't even playing, and that just shows the depth of talent we've got here. And I honestly think we've got it, the girls to get it done this week. And I'm very hopeful that flag is right there. So yeah, we'll see how we go this weekend.
Is there a key indicator during a game to know when you guys are on and playing well as a team? Is there a key indicator, or is there a few things to know that you guys are switched on and are on top?
From an outside perspective, I think the fans notice it when the pressure's on, but I think as a group, like I notice it most specifically just sort of when we're getting around each other, and when the pressure's up and people are playing, good footy and we're getting some real connection, you notice the banter within our group, and that's probably the thing that we've always had. Like we're not afraid to have a laugh, even during like the tougher times and the harder parts of the games. And you watch when we string together really good footy, like the goal celebrations don't stop, and the way we get around each other. I think that's the biggest thing to know when we're on, is that we're getting around each other, and even when we're down, sometimes you still see that. So that's probably the biggest thing to watch for, is actually how much we enjoy our footy.
A lot of teams have a mantra or something along those lines when they're heading into finals. I guess a saying or a movie or a song that kind of spurs them on. Is there something that Doc ever says or has inspired in you guys, his success?
Doc, he honestly comes up with some pretty creative videos and stuff every week, so it doesn't really change. But we've obviously, we've got our true trademark, and that probably just sticks with us even more through finals. And like I said before, we probably don't change too much heading into finals, but I'm sure there'll probably be some sort of inspirational video or quote coming up throughout the rest of the week, so stay tuned, I guess.
One touch on the relationship with your sister. How, when you have the opportunity to sort of go into a grand final with your sister, how tantalising is that? What a moment that would be if you get to share that with someone you've grown up with?
Yeah, honestly, it'd be incredible. I don't know on the history of AFLW how many have really done it, and I haven't really looked into it, but for us, to be honest, we just love playing footy together and being involved. But I think the biggest thing is probably more for our family. I know, especially my parents, just after the game, them being able to come into the fan zone and come up to both of us and talk about the game, and then even all the post-game chats and stuff we have. I think it would just be not only incredible for us, but it'd be pretty special for our family to be able to see us do it together.
When you're playing together, do you feel like you can almost go harsher on her and vice versa, like when you give feedback back and forth?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think we both remove a little bit of a filter that we might have for other people, but we're not too bad. We're probably not the most aggressive yelling type at each other, but you just know when someone's giving you a bit of feedback, it's pretty honest. So we definitely don't hold back.